you're going to hop in and you're going to be a caller on there. So it sounds better.
All right. FYI, my phone will die for sure.
You don't have a charger next to you?
I left my charger in my uncle's car.
Why? There's just no other iPhone charger in this.
Well, I have an iPhone charger, but like it. I don't even have an open. I don't have an open cord. I'm at 14% though. I mean,
You should be good. I'm inviting you. Oh, wait, I think you have to join the show to be a caller.
Okay.
So
did you see the chat we got? The comment we got yesterday.
What it say?
Somebody was like, all right, I'm in it. Somebody was like, I listen every day, the day after, like, never miss a show. Can you guys talk Thunder tomorrow? Or can you guys talk more Thunder?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. We got a listener going right now. One new caller. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Let me go over and send you. The app's a little glitchy. Looks like they're working their bugs through. I'm inviting you. Did you get my invite? Just make sure your phone's muted, and this way it just picks up both of our dialogue. Oh, yes. Yes, it's working. Hello, Jackson. Now we're on Amazon Amp. And unmute yourself, you whore.
I am unmuted.
Oh, you are?
You're muted on the amp.
Okay. Are you muted? I don't think I'm muted now. I think we're good. It says you're muted.
Yeah, now you're chilling. I'm muted, yeah.
Okay, unmute yourself.
Oh, I thought you said keep it muted.
No, we both stay unmuted. So now, while we both talk, you're because you have headphones in and we both have your sound muted.
I don't have headphones in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No.
Oh, shit, I have headphones, though.
No, on your phone. So the NBA show works out well. Because you're an invited caller, just keep your phone no volume, but keep the microphone unmuted. So as I talk, not only does my actual microphone for the YouTube pick it up, the NBA show Amazon Amp picks it up, and then
yeah, we should be chilling now. Hey, what's up, Babs?
What's up, Bavaro?
Yes, Bavaro. What a fucker.
Let's head into some NBA, and I wanted to start today's show off talking about the two front runners for MVP right now, and that is Ja Morant
and
Luka Doncic.
So word.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you like that one?
I like Ja. Yeah, Luka does his thing.
You're just a Luka hater. It's because he's white.
I'm not a Luka hater.
You're racist to your own kind.
Oh man, dude, we have 3 followers on this this amp.
Yeah, no. I also went live yesterday during the NBA. No, dude, I had some people. I had a chat jamming. I had like 9:30 at night last night.
Oh, you talked to NBA?
Yeah, I just hopped on at like 9 o'clock because I wanted to like actually figure it out. But right now, no. I think I'm actually kind of hyped to see how this amp stuff works out. There's not much competition. It's just another outlet. And I also found Station Head. So, you excited?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, let's go and talk about Luka Doncic and Ja Morant. You're choosing Ja Morant. And I have Ja Morant in front of Luka Doncic. Ja Morant's just on another planet. I love Luka and everything he's doing, except that Ja Morant's doing it super efficient. Luka, there's times where he's not efficient. And you said it best. There are times where it's literally like 10 ISOs in a row for Luka and nobody else.
Every fucking game, dude. Ever since he got into the damn league. Man, I don't know if you noticed how much they were missing JB last night.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah. I'm not worried. They have talent. I was listening to, dude, I got to stop listening to these dorks over at The Athletic because they're saying, Luka has no help. Luka has no help. But he's got plenty of help. He has plenty of help. He's got the definition of help.
Yeah, so I also think one of the reasons why Ja Morant's in front is, can we agree the Memphis Grizzlies team is way better constructed around Ja than it is around Luka?
Yeah. And their role players they're some ballers, dude. Luka is a
Wow.
white James Harden. That's exactly
That's a hot take. That's
exactly what I talked about the day you were gone on Wednesday. That's like literally was the whole show.
I don't know if Luka is the white James Harden. I want to say Luka might be. Would it be the bigger Damian Lillard?
Well, no. So one thing I did realize when I was so basically I was shit talking the game last night before it went into overtime. I sent Cyro a text. I'm like, all right, so I got a double win, right? Steve Nash shouldn't be coaching the Brooklyn Nets, and Luka Doncic can't win a championship. And so I'm like double right, which is awesome. But it got me thinking, if we go back to 2018, right, the James Harden against Golden State, well, it got me thinking, like, if Golden State didn't exist, I still think the Rockets would take down the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of people disagree with that, but so it got me thinking, like, okay, maybe Luka eventually can win a championship as long as a defensive team like Boston and Golden State eventually dissipates, but I don't see that happening.
Luka has to win a championship. The only way Luka wins a championship if he has an actual co-star or like multiple all-stars on his team, and it's nothing against him. It's that Luka, this whole time, he's been having to carry the shoulder, and Jalen Brunson last year was the first time he ever had another solid 20-point score. I think if you can pair Luka up with either
Chris Paul.
No, I don't think another ball handler. I was gonna say
Ball?
shut the fuck up. No, so I'm trying to think of a big man who's on the move that could be who?
John Collins.
Like
how about wait, I have one. Christian Wood.
No, but like I think I think like a player like Andrew Wiggins, Luka and Andrew Wiggins, and where it's somebody. I could even see Draymond Green if he brought Draymond Green and then he brought in like another scorer who's another scorer that's going to be in free agency. Like if Jaylen Brown and Draymond Green came here, just bringing in
take like Jimmy Grant
or like an OG Anunoby.
Yeah,
just more like get him another. It's hard. It's hard because you have to get a player who's fine without the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
Like
Kevin Porter Jr.?
Chris Middleton would be ideal.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton would be like the type of guy. And then you want like a center, like you want like Christian Wood, and then you would want kind of like what they're doing with JaVale and Christian right now is like what the Bucks are doing with Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis. But like Brook Lopez is way better than JaVale. I don't know. I just think Ja Morant having Desmond Bane, Steven Adams, even Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones. It's a way better squad for Ja Morant there, where Luka has to. That's why I compare Luka to Damian Lillard more than James Harden, because James Harden had good teams. It's like Luka, if he gets hurt or he misses game, it's like the Mavs fall off a cliff, and it's kind of how like the Portland Trailblazers for a majority of Dame's tenure. Whenever Dame got hurt, they sucked.
Well, so if we turn back the clock, right? Here's my clock. Let me turn it back. Where are we stopping the clock? I'll answer it for you. First round of the playoffs against the Utah Jazz without Luka Doncic. And what happened? What happened against the Utah Jazz without Luka Doncic in the first round, Cyro? What happened? Who won the series? And who looked good without their star player? And the answer is in the Memphis Grizzlies.
Dude, but Jalen Brunson was there. Jalen Brunson was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You had another 20-point score.
Well, so that's why I love having Luka on the team, is because
well, you were just slandering Luka.
Well, yeah, but like last night, they don't win the game without Luka. So, I mean, Luka.
That's why I'm comparing. That's why I'm comparing him to Damian Lillard, not James Harden.
But like, they don't play the same style of basketball.
No. But like Damian Lillard, Luka raises the floor of his team. James Harden.
Watch your words.
Okay, but Okay, but James Harden had a system and stuff like this. This is Luka. He's been doing it with different coaches, and
Mike D'Antoni deployed a very complex system.
not a complex system. A system that's look. Both Dame and Luka are generational talents. Okay, what I'm saying is Luka makes everyone around him better. James Harden doesn't. Damian Lillard makes that. I'm not saying Luka and Harden play similar. I'm just saying I just don't think James Harden's a championship player. I think Luka and Damian Lillard are championship players.
What's the difference between Luka and James Harden?
I'd rather have Luka take the last shot of the game than James Harden.
That's fair, but you saw it last night. Imagine they did what they did last night, where you have contributors to Luka. It goes into overtime, and it's ISO, but he's making his shots. And that can work until the Western Conference Finals. That can even work until the NBA Finals. But once you run into the Boston Celtics, once you run into the Milwaukee Bucks, once you run into the Golden State Warriors, defensively, they're ready for it. They're just ready for it. That's why Chris Paul was a huge addition for the Houston Rockets. And without Chris Paul, I mean, they don't get that close.
Well, that's the thing. That's all I'm saying. And Harden had better players around him than Luka. Luka, like Dorian Finney-Smith is awesome, but he's more of a defensive guy. Reggie Bullock, more of a role player. Okay. Spencer Dinwiddie. I've never really been a big Dinwiddie fan. He's more of a backup point guard who people have thought that could maybe be a starter off of, playing for the Nets. And Christian, what?
Is that crinkle noise?
Is there?
Yeah, was it? Ooh, that noise, whatever that was. It was showing up on the clips yesterday. I thought it was me.
Well, 1 second.
Like now you sound crisp.
How about now?
Yeah, you sound crisp.
So for some reason, I guess yesterday and today, this microphone was the one that was catching everything.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So now I just connected my microphone. Last night I posted 3 videos with no audio because my microphone was turned off.
I saw that post.
Yeah.
How am I feeling about Bugs Daily? I feel like dog shit, but thankfully they're in the NFC South.
Dude, but no, I think like Luka, he hasn't, if we're just to wrap this conversation up, Luka, Kristaps Porzingis, that didn't work out. It's just, he has never had, I think Luka, if he could have like a Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, like type duo, like I want another top 20 player in the NBA next to him.
Well, so then you can get even deeper and think, I don't think Luka likes having another guy on his team.
Wow.
Some boys when at the Rocket game were joking around saying, how do you think Luka feels about another foreign player with a bigger dick than him in Kristaps Porzingis? It doesn't feel great.
That's really where you're going with this.
I don't feel great.
Like Chris Middleton.
Luka wants to be that dude.
Yeah, that's why I say go get yourself Chris Middleton if he declines his player option.
Yeah, Chris Middleton's perfect. Yeah.
Chris Middleton's perfect out there. Another option is
Dre's also perfect for him. I saw a ton of trade rumors last season for Dre going to
Andre.
Dre Green.
Dre, yeah, I love the idea of Dre being there. Dre, Chris Middleton. Another one that I was about to say is if DeAndre Ayton gets traded, I feel like DeAndre Ayton's the type of guy that like is perfect, just grabs boards and doesn't do too much. He's just kind of like the perfect center to play off of Luka. Another guy that I would even have them like look at is if they could see if we've heard Shea rumors and if they're like Shea's just sick of the rebuild, what about trading everybody for Shea? Imagine a Shea Luka team, okay? And you could even, I think really DeAndre Ayton and Chris Middleton are guys you should look at. Even Kevin Love, when he goes into free agency, he could be someone that you could try to get in, bring in. And other like John Collins is other options that I think you need to get guys like that. Vucevic, if they could go out and get Vuce and Chris Middleton next free agency by making some moves to free up cap space, you get yourself a good center who can space the floor for yourself and rebound. Chris Middleton's perfect sidekick, and then Luka. That's a significantly better team.
My thing with that specifically is I don't think Vucevic is going to want to leave a former champion in the Chicago Bulls when we win it this year.
All right. So disregard that. But what we're gonna say is Vucevic and DeAndre Ayton Vooch would be able to do pick and pops and even just pick and rolls, while Ayton gives you more of an all-around game, except the three-point shooting, while Vooch gives you the three-point shooting with less of an all-around game in terms of defense. But DeAndre Ayton, imagine just the pick and rolls, just every time Luka could feed it down, and then you have Luka and Chris Middleton and like Dorian Finney-Smith all on the outside while DeAndre Ayton's there. That would allow you just to play huge. I'm done with this conversation, though. I don't know if you want to move on to who's the best team in the NBA.
I could talk for hours about why the Dallas Mavericks need some help, but
who's your best team right now in the NBA?
Probably Milwaukee.
Okay, that's a really really good. We'll start with Milwaukee then, and then I'll tell you mine. Because I actually really like that. I think the Milwaukee Bucks was a good pick, and it's ridiculous how good Giannis Antetokounmpo is. Like, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But here, let's talk about it. So why do you have the Milwaukee Bucks as your best team in the NBA? I'll do mine next.
Well, that's the thing is the Milwaukee Bucks were the second best team in the NBA last year until Chris Middleton got injured, and then they took Boston to 7 games without Chris Middleton. 7 games. And Drew Holiday on the offensive end played like doggy, desperate dog water. So, to me, they're overpowered. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is probably the best player in the NBA. I mean, he almost took down the almost eventual champs. Like, I just, until I'm convinced differently, regular season best team to me is Milwaukee. I mean, they're doing this all without Chris Middleton. You got guys like Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. I know you're huge on Bobby. Big guy Bobby Portis. I mean, they have your 3 guys. You got your closer in Chris Middleton. You have your superstar in Giannis. You have your two-way point guard in Drew Holiday. And then it's just surrounded with championship role players. So I think they're well coached. I think Mike Budd's a good coach. And I mean, yeah, I don't want to keep beating this drum, but if Chris Middleton was healthy last year, they're in the NBA Finals. I don't think they take down Golden State, but they give them a run for their money, just like Boston did.
So for me, I agree. I'm trying. So with the Bucks, they're playing so good without Chris Middleton, and I think that's a big part of why it's hard to choose another team to be considered in front of them right now, as they're the only undefeated team in the NBA. And one might be like, well, the Utah Jazz, Portland Trailblazers, and Memphis Grizzlies. Like, I would say the Memphis Grizzlies are arguably a team that one could put in there. But when you look at the stats, one thing that blows my mind is the fact that the Charlotte Hornets are scoring the most points per game right now in the entire NBA. That just blows my mind. And Milwaukee's only scoring the 24th most points, but I think that just shows you this team that they are good, okay? They are just all around. I don't think there's a weakness on this team as long as Giannis Antetokounmpo is there. And when you look at it right now, the best defensive rating in the league is Milwaukee. They're the best defensive team in the league. And their offensive rating right now through the first few games, one might nitpick and say, oh, they're the 24th best offensive rating. Who cares, okay? They are just scoring at will. Their effective field goal percentage is the 11th and the best in the NBA. Their true shooting, when you look at it, they're a team that is also 14th. Like, they just score efficiently. They only shoot threes or score in the post. They play efficient basketball, and they got a team that top to bottom knows their role and knows what to do. And through the games right now, it's been the Giannis Antetokounmpo show. And this guy really probably is going to, if he keeps playing like this, win another MVP. I mean, the guy's averaging 36 points a game. I know that's probably not going to stay, but Bobby Portis is averaging 14, Drew Holiday 13. You got Brook Lopez leading the NBA with 4.3 blocks a game and 11 points to go with 5 rebounds. And then Grayson Allen, George Hill, Wes Matthews, Jordan Nwora have all been solid off the bench in their limited minutes that they play. And Javon Carter, yeah, he might not be scoring, but the fact that he's averaging like 2 steals a night and he's just like kind of a tone setter for them. I think this team top to bottom, yeah, the biggest question mark for them might be 3-point shooting. But I really do believe that still they're a league average 3-point shooting team. So I don't think there's that much of a weakness. And the more I thought about it, I can't pick. I don't think there's another team I could pick in the NBA for that's better than them right now. You convinced me.
I mean, real quick, they won the NBA Finals shooting 34% from downtown. I also secondly,
did they actually?
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that low.
Like 33%.
I honestly thought they were a better 3-point shooting team that year.
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Why is Giannis Antetokounmpo not in the MVP race? I'm a little confused because he's 36 points, right? He's shooting 68. You heard that correct. He's shooting 68% from the field. He's shooting 40% from downtown. You also heard that right. He is averaging 13 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 2 blocks. I'm a little confused why he's not in the MVP voting. And once they get Jay Crowder, I think they're going to be the team to beat in the East.
Dude, if they get Jay Crowder, it might be over. And who would you give up for Jay Crowder? I said the deal that I saw, like that I made, that made the money works. Grayson Allen and Serge Ibaka for Jay Crowder.
Yeah. That works for me. I don't think it works for Phoenix much because of Shamet, but.
What do you mean? Grayson Allen.
Just another guy who can't play defense.
Grayson Allen's, that's what he's known for, defense, dude.
I know defensive rating isn't the end all be all, but
Grayson Allen's a 3-and-D guy.
It's 114. I mean, I'm not.
Is he actually a 114 defensive rating?
They kind of that was kind of the flaw to me. See you, Thomas. Giannis should be leading the MVP race. There we go. Thank you.
Grayson Allen so far is a 104 defensive rating.
That's awesome. There you go. That's awesome. So Lethal Shooter gave him a little bit of something. You see, like the meme, like the joke is that any player that works with Lethal Shooter just turns into like a shitty shooter.
Do they actually?
Like the Instagram guy, Lethal
Yeah.
Shooter?
Did he work with Lethal Shooter?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, dude. Grayson Allen went from being a 40% 3-point shooter to 26 right now.
Yeah, so like, yeah, he's just getting memed. Lethal is.
How does he even have, like, if that's a trend, why are people still going to him?
I'm not quite sure. I think that's what people are starting to wonder here. I don't know too much about Lethal Shooter, so.
Yeah, Grayson Allen's a solid, like, defender. Stats might not be kind to him, but I'm not going to say he's the world's best defender, but he's a plus defender at the very least.
I'll take him on my team when the push comes to shove. Like, I know he literally injured Alex Caruso, and I know he's a dirty player, but if
you know what? I'll actually admit, like, Grayson Allen, like, this is one of the few guys that I won't argue that he's a dirty player.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that was a big thing in college, then because he played 4 years, right, at Duke. You're a Duke fan, boy.
I think he did play 4 years. It was
at least
3.
I was literally about to say it was at least 3 because he was 21 when he went to the NBA, and that was a big thing. It was like what, once a year, Grayson Allen would do at least one thing.
Something. So it fits perfectly with your dirty, honest player and the Milwaukee Bucks.
I told you I'm a scrappy guy. I know that some people don't like playing bad. Dude, I actually injured my MCL today, like playing basketball, and this fucking idiot like just bolted into me, and like my whole leg is swollen.
Did you say acting playing basketball or actually playing basketball?
We were acting and we were playing basketball. I just unbended my knee, and oh my god, it like hurts to straighten my leg.
Oh my goodness.
Huh?
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's like I can straighten it. Like I know it's not torn. Like because I did the test, like I can put weight on it. Like I was able to stand on one leg. I just think like I heard it.
The injuries suck.
Well, I've also noticed that the more I bend it, the better.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I just need to keep exercising it.
Yeah.
Straightening my leg out. Okay, there we go. I'm able to, I can straighten my leg out. It's not torn. but it'd be fucked. I haven't played basketball in 2 weeks, and we were doing recording a commercial like for this acting class I'm in, and like the bit is that like we take this pill that doesn't gives us this gene that doesn't make you sweat, and he bumped knees with me while we were like doing a take, and like 5 minutes later my knee started throbbing.
It's like the Warriors. What are you reenacting? Warriors Grizz?
I know. Oh, I do feel like John Morant, dude. I'm actually like I'm about to wear a knee brace.
Oh man.
I'm like actually genuinely a little concerned. I'm about to put my knee brace on. Where is it? Somewhere around here. We'll put it on in a second. All right, so we're going to go to the most disappointing team. And do you guys agree that the most disappointing team in the league, Philadelphia 76ers?
I mean, to me, it's the Los Angeles Lakers, but yeah, Philly's right there.
Okay, so I don't have the Lakers as the most disappointing because we knew the roster was bad. Everyone on all the power rankings had the Sixers as a top 5 team. I admitted I had the Sixers as a top 5 team. I thought that they won the offseason. I think that you even agree. We all said that the Sixers won the offseason. And the reason I don't put the Lakers over the Sixers is we knew the Lakers still had Russell Westbrook and had a bunch of question marks on their roster. Plus, the Lakers are like a top 10 defensive team. The Sixers are like have way more talent and are inept. Thoughts? Jackson? Is he frozen? Is Jackson gone? I think Jackson left us. He died. Jackson. He's gone. I think he lost Wi-Fi. He's not even in the Amazon amp anymore. Device is not connected. But okay, so what I want to say is the fact that when you look at this current situation with the Philadelphia 76ers, they brought in, PJ Tucker, Daniel House, Anthony Milton, and they're one of the worst teams in the NBA right now. It's been terrible. Okay, Joel hasn't looked good. Really, it's been the James Harden, Tyrese Maxey team. Okay, Tobias Harris has actually looked solid, but PJ Tucker, Daniel House, and D'Anthony Milton have all looked terrible. Okay, as if they can't even play basketball. And Jackson,
yeah,
let me hear your thoughts on the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm taking you here. Didn't miss this Wi-Fi. Philadelphia. Well, I think it's both James and Joel. I think that, oh my goodness, a little out of breath, a little out of shape. I think that it's both Joel and James Harden, man. Their offense is too stagnant. The issue is...
You need to hop back onto Amazon AMP.
My phone died.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, you suck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put a little headphone right here.
Oh, my goodness. So, there's so many possessions where, I mean, Joel looks like he's getting back to healthy, but...
Putting my knee brace on 1 second.
They'll bounce back. I think Doc Rivers will get fired soon, before the end of the 2022 calendar year. They need to figure something out, man. I think, honestly, Tyrese off the bench until the end makes a lot of sense. Help get that bench going. I think Harden and Joel might be staggered a little bit. Joel's a kind of guy where you just, like, Harden needs ball in his hands, Joel needs ball in his hands. And, like, James Harden the other night took 581 dribbles in the game. That's like 75% of offense. So, I don't know how you fix them. I think they got to learn how to play with each other. I think Joel's done a really good job with distributing whenever he gets double teamed, just finding the open guy. They might have to eventually trade Tobias. Their bench hasn't worked out the way I thought it would. I don't really know how you fix them, to be quite honest with you.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the reset this Amazon AMP show for us on here. But dude, had to put the knee brace on. What'd you end up saying about? Oh, is that your little kitten? You got a little cat right there.
Yeah. Come here. Hi. Philadelphia. I don't know how you fix them. Say hi. Hi. Oh, great. Cyro's got his mic muted. Fire Doc. Put Tyrese on the bench. Maybe get Tobias. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're back. Jeez. We're not doing that. What? Ooh, I take the desk. Oh, yeah. All right.
We're just ending the show because you're not like on Amazon AMP. We're gonna have to figure this out, but because your phone died, I just ended the Amazon AMP show.
Okay. Maybe we'll do after hours.
Yeah, I mean you
Okay.
should. It'll work out. We'll figure it out. But this is a team that's definitely super disappointing, and it's a bit annoying how like bad they've been. Because I really don't think the problem is Tyrese Maxey or Tobias Harris or even
No.
James Harden. Joel Embiid has had one somewhat solid game. The rest he sucked.
Yeah, Toronto.
So yeah, in the Toronto game, and that the only reason why Joel looked good in that game is because he was the biggest guy on the court for the entire game, and there was no one who could physically match up against. So
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what's going on. But I want to hear your thoughts right now. How do you fix this team?
I don't know. I already told you. I don't freaking know. Get a new coach. I'm not quite sure what it offers me. Stagger Harden and Embiid a little bit more. Play faster, which neither of them can really do. I gotta eat some more film.
I just let me pull up the stats for this team, 76ers team stats. And I really think it's first off the Doc Rivers. I think the players are fine. I really don't have a concern.
Yeah, they got a ton of talent.
They have a ton of talent. I think Doc Rivers has this team right now shooting 33 threes a game, which is on the lower half of the scale. And crazy part is that is actually like a 5.6% increase, I believe, since last year. So this is a team that didn't even. Yeah, so this was a team that doesn't even shoot that many three-pointers, and their field goal percentage at 47. Their stats, they shoot their shots at least at a league average clip. But the problem is when you start to look at their points per game, they're one of the worst scoring teams in the league. They let up a bunch of points, okay? And I really look at this is that they move too slow, and they don't have a defensive identity. Okay, they don't have a defensive identity by not playing Matisse Thybulle. Okay, D'Anthony Milton much. They're losing defense, and they have all this offense, but it's not working because they're every time I look at them, their pace is getting slower and slower. They're the slowest team in the world. And what do I say always? What's the best defense? What's the best defense, Jackson?
Man to man.
No. I mean, I'm so stupid. What's the best offense?
Defense?
Yeah. Fuck me. I'm so stupid. The best offense is good defense. We've seen so many teams. Look at the Charlotte Hornets. Part of the reason why they're the number one scoring team in the NBA right now is because Steve Clifford has this team playing defense. Because what does defense first do? Kickstarts fast breaks and lets you score in transition. Other thing it does, demoralize your opponents, forces your opponents to play with emotion. What does that do? Leads to mistakes. Because when you start playing with emotions instead of your brain, that's when you start making mistakes. And I think right now, this 76ers team is playing too emotional and trying to always get back into games. There's no defense, and they're playing way too slow.
You know what's interesting is Harden's got his lowest usage rate since 2011 right now. So I stand by I think you got to get Tyrese on the bench. And
No.
let Harden just do his thing on offense.
Oh, shit. You might be right. Fuck, because there's no scoring off the bench.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it as like that he should be on the bench. I was like,
no, next he should be closing them too, especially he's got to close games.
But no, you're right. They should probably start. That's where it gets hard.
Yeah, that also is where it gets interesting. I mean,
Tyrese should go to the bench to be the scorer off the bench, but then it becomes difficult. Who do we start in Tyrese's place? Because Tyrese is playing the most minutes. He's playing 39 minutes, but he's playing 39 minutes a night. So, I mean, the other choice is you move Tobias to the bench and you go PJ Tucker and either Georges Niang or Daniel House in the starting lineup. Yeah.
It's asking for trouble.
I know.
Or I think Anthony Melton might be an interesting candidate just to
I was gonna say, I was like, if you're willing to try this one out, D'Anthony Melton, he's kind of looked better in the last couple games. Mm-hmm. If you put D'Anthony Melton with James Harden starting guard rotation, then you have PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. Then you have Tyrese, Daniel House, Georges Niang, Montrezl. I think Montrezl needs to play more. Mm-hmm. I think one thing that they could do is maybe take so for me, if you put PJ Tucker on the bench and maybe you start either you can't start Montrezl because he doesn't shoot threes really, so he doesn't shoot threes at all. So maybe you start either Georges Niang or Matisse Thybulle.
Ooh, I think Melton's the answer. Now that I look more into it, this man is a career 36% three-point shooter. He's great on the defensive end. He knows how to pass the ball. He's a good passer. He's always moving. Good cut. I think D'Anthony Melton's just one of those championship guys, and that's why he was, to me, such a big loss for him and Slow-Mo were huge losses for Memphis. I think it's worth it. I mean,
Brook Lopez, though, the problem is, I think the biggest problem is Joel Embiid has severely fallen off. He's not even playing, in my opinion. He's barely playing at an all-star level. He can't hit a free throw. He can hit a free throw, but he can't hit anything else. Okay, it feels like he's hitting his free throws, but besides that, he's taking way too many threes. A guy who's taking 4 threes a night and hitting 27% of them. Like, yes, he's hitting his free throws. So why doesn't he focus on just playing the paint and not shooting 4 threes a night? And yes, I just think Joel Embiid's being inefficient in his defense. I just think Joel Embiid looks slow. I think Joel looks slow. And Brook Lopez literally said, "Who's your daddy?" basically to Joel Embiid and took Joel Embiid's manhood.
That's why I thought it was interesting because we were talking about this a couple of days ago. I'm like, something happened with Joel Embiid, and apparently he battled plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis. Wait, he actually did?
Yeah.
When? This offseason?
I think right before before training camp, yeah.
Wow. All right, so let's look at this. So Joel Embiid right now, the past 2 seasons, he shot 3 and 4 threes a game at 37%. He's shooting the same amount of attempts as he has in the past 27. His free throw percentage, he's always been that 81% guy. He's always been a great free throw shooter. But his field goal percentage is 52. Now, if you look at his true shooting numbers, his true shooting is the other thing is still 61%. Okay. Which is weird but his win shares is 0.4 compared to 8 and 12. I know it's very early in the season. It's just his total rebounding numbers are down. His defensive and offensive rebound numbers are down. I just think, and his defensive rating right now is 115 when he's a career 104, 105 guy. His offensive rating right now is 112 when he's been a guy the last 2 years been at 120. Everything about Joel, his numbers at a glance look normal, but they not
look really good.
Yeah, but they're not. But he's not that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And his PER is 24.4. And like all his numbers might have taken a small dip, but it's weird. It's weird when you look at this because the eye test doesn't show this. But maybe it's defense.
Yeah, you gotta take stats with a grain of salt. He's battling something.
Wait, Joel Embiid wore 24 one game.
Kobe?
Dude, I'm buying a 24. Oh my god. So Joel Embiid wore number 24 in Mount. Is that crazy?
Yeah,
Dude,
why?
In memory of Kobe.
Mm.
He wore it one game only. $213. Should I just buy it right now?
Oh my god.
Worth it though, right?
No.
Number 24.
$215. Could come to Florida for that.
I know. No, also I need to file my company stuff, and because when I moved to Florida, the other thing is we're gonna like apply to grants and see if we can get the state of Florida to give us money.
We should be able to get Williams if we give him a big enough payday.
Who?
Grant Williams. We need more grants.
That's funny. But no, I was saying is like, so that way we can get like small business grants and build up the studio for less of a cost. It's like, also the other thing is if I go to University of Miami or whatever school I go to, I also want to see if they have a space. I could just be like, hey, you guys want to like kind of like work in collaboration and like, but either way. Let's go on to the next part, and that is I wanted to talk about, we talked about the most disappointing, we talked the best team. What's the worst injury so far in the NBA?
Preseason, Triple J, Robert Will. I'd go Dame.
Dave's a good one. So I want to do injuries that happened in the season. It can't be Dame right now. Okay. Yeah, because I would say LaMelo Ball, he happened in preseason. Yeah. So
same with Chet.
I'm just making sure that I'm not missing any of them right now.
There haven't been too many.
No, there hasn't been too many. Chris Middleton was before the season started. Zion and Brandon Ingram, he's got that concussion that's kind of gotten me scared.
Yeah,
he's missed a lot more games than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Okay. You know who I'm actually gonna go? So you're gonna go Damian Lillard. So I'm gonna go Jalen Suggs, and
that one sucks.
And the thing was, he just came off the best game of his career.
Yeah.
Like that really, I thought that like really sucked.
Yeah.
And
for a little bit.
Yeah. So right here, I found a picture of Damian Lillard and Jalen Suggs. Even though it's Suggs in a Gonzaga jersey, fuck it. It's whatever. It gets the message across. These are our two worst injuries so far. And Damian Lillard's because they're tied right now for the best record in the Western Conference. His team's clicking. They're looking like they could really be championship contenders if they continue to play like they are. It's a calf strain. One thing that there is scary. Guess who had a calf strain? And then he went and played in the playoffs and he blew his Achilles out because Kevin Durant. So the thing with the calf strain is a calf strain can lead to an Achilles injury because the Achilles and the calf is connected. And
rest up. Don't worry about that 50 wins.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I'm not playing not Jalen, but I'm not playing Damian until he's 100% healthy.
Yeah.
Jalen Suggs, it's an ankle injury. It's a right ankle sprain, which, the initial reaction, not big deal, but people don't realize I've suffered an ankle sprain. I don't know if you've suffered an ankle sprain. I didn't suffer it playing basketball because I tie my shoes really tight and I wear high tops, but I sprained my ankle one time being drunk and I missed a full flight of stairs and and I missed I fell 5 feet and my ankle went sideways. I almost broke it, and I had a really bad high ankle sprain for 3 months. I walked with a limp. for like 3 months. Have you ever sprained your ankle?
Yeah, I've sprained my ankle way too many times, and it's always in basketball, and it's always because I'm wearing Chucks.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
So those are the injuries that linger, man. Those linger.
You should probably. Okay. We were playing basketball.
Geek. Making fun of me for getting COD. You're getting injured acting. It's a double
First
doink.
off, that's me dedicating myself to the bit.
It's fair. But it's still a dork.
I'm like Tom Cruise out here. Before we continue this Jalen Suggs thing, can we talk about this picture of Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is a freaking beast.
This picture of Tom Cruise, you know, he literally told a helicopter. It was either a helicopter or he climbed freehand.
Because he does his own stunts.
That's him on the top of the Burj
that's
Khalifa.
Such a sick pic.
That's him on top of the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Like no wires or anything.
All he does is win.
Is
Imagine
Tom
being
Cruise
so
a good
famous
actor? Is
and
Tom
so
Cruise a good
popular,
actor?
And you're still a Scientologist.
No, but like, is Tom? I mean, he's a fudge packer too.
What's that?
He packs fudge.
What?
What?
Like in his pants?
He's a fudge packer, bro.
Is that the name for when you do that?
He packs fudge, bro. He loves. All he wants to do is stay in the closet and pack fudge.
What?
Guys, look, Tom Cruise is a fudge packer. You didn't
What
know
does
that?
word mean? We still don't have a definition.
You don't like that?
I don't get it. What is fudge packer?
Is that fudge packer Tom Cruise? You ever see that? No buts. Wait. I gotta find the quotes. Okay. Hey guys, check it out. Tom Cruise is a fudge packer. What'd you call me? Hey, that is Tom Cruise. How come you're packing fudge, Mr. Cruise? I'm glad you asked. I'm not a fudge packer. Dude, you don't have to be ashamed or anything. But I'm not a fudge packer. Then why are you packing fudge? I'm not. I'm glad you asked. I'm a very busy actor. I'm just here trying to get away for a week and do some fly fishing. Dude, you're in a fudge factory packing fudge. Oh, that does it. I will sue you for what? You can't just call somebody a fudge packer to get away with it. Hey, is that fudge packer Tom Cruise? Mr. Garrison, that's it. I'm suing the entire intolerant town. But dude, no buts. You want to accuse somebody of being a fudge packer? You're gonna pay consequences. Have you not? Yeah, it's a South Park. It's a South Park episode where they couldn't. Tom Cruise tried suing South Park, I think, because they called Tom Cruise gay. And so they made a whole episode where they never call Tom Cruise gay, but they use all innuendos. So they're like, Tom Cruise, why are you going in the closet? Tom Cruise, come out of the closet. And it's Tom Cruise like, no, I'm just packing fudge. And packing fudge is another term for gay sex.
Yeah.
So the whole episode, they have Tom Cruise's character in a fudge packer packing fudge as they're like, why are you a fudge packer? Is that Tom Cruise the fudge packer? And then like they have him go in the closet. And they're like, Tom Cruise won't come out the closet. And it's like a news reporter. They're like, come on, Tom, you can come out the closet. It's okay. Like the whole episode is about making fun or like literally using actual scene, like basically calling him gay without calling him gay.
I just watched South Park, the Prius episode. It was so funny. Like, it's just so funny.
My favorite is the World of Warcraft one.
I got to get more into South Park.
But so the wrap up Jalen Suggs, he had an MRI 6 days ago, and his return reaction will be decided through his rehab and treatment. But dude, through 2 games, he opened up the season with that against Detroit with a 21-point game where he shot 72% from the field and 66% from three. He was pulling up. He started to see and the whole thing was there was never a question about him being a good defender. It was always that we knew he was going to be a good defender. And it just sucks that he got hurt. Okay. He got hurt. And that wasn't his fault, really. I mean, in the preseason, he was a bit quiet. He didn't play much offense, but I think he was just holding himself to go off like he did in this, and I think it was just really fun to see. What do you think?
Rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him too. Rooting for the kid too. Now, last topic is what is your favorite lineup so far in the NBA? Like favorite team rotation.
Who is my favorite team rotation starters this year? I really have to think about this one. I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors.
You actually suck. That's like not even a good choice. That's boring. That's boring. You're boring.
Did you see there's like a petition going out to like limit the salary cap or something? You want to know why? That's because of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I know. I put out a tweet about that. It's literally creating salary cap tiers for players. I mean, not players, but you know.
I got 2 words for you. Moses Moody. What does that do for you?
Moses Moody's nice. What is Jonathan Kuminga falling out of favor?
Dude, Jonathan Kuminga should not be. He's not a starter.
Wait, what happened to Jonathan Kuminga? Why is
he's just a project piece, man.
He was so good last year.
That's why my thoughts are, he might end up getting traded. I don't know if they have the time to develop him, but Moody was seeing playoff minutes. He was in the rotation in the playoffs. So Kuminga, I think, is just more of a longer piece, and that's what makes Golden State Warriors so talented. Is you're still playing guys like Jonathan Kuminga, and you're taking down playing teams like the Miami Heat. So,
so I mean, I like their lineup of Draymond Green, Kevin Looney. I think it's Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and Steph has been like one of their best lineups. But yeah, no, I think it's a good team. It's just the second unit. There's also some injuries. But yeah, I'm shocked with Jonathan Kuminga there. And maybe the reports are true. There were some reports that I told you that supposedly Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, a lot of the older heads and a lot of the execs were not happy with how Jonathan Kuminga was acting. Like
I remember
they
that
thought
in the offseason.
Yeah, they said that Jonathan Kuminga, they were perceiving his actions and his words as immature.
Yeah.
And maybe
that fits the culture.
Yeah, and you remember what I said? Maybe this success that he had in his rookie year went to his head.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big question for Golden State. Is just, does he fit the culture? I mean, He's got so much upside, though. He's got so much upside.
And the other reason is I think maybe it did go to his head because he played for the Democratic Republic of Congo this offseason, where he was their number one option, and he spent the whole offseason being the number one option. So he probably showed up to camp taking hella shots and shit, and they're like, "No, bro, like you're a role player right now. Like you ain't taking shots." And
yeah,
he just probably didn't fit what they were doing. So
I agree. Green should punch him.
It'll humble him. Now, my favorite lineup right now is a different team, and it's a team actually tied. I was gonna say the Portland Trailblazers. I love the Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, Damian Lillard, and Yusuf Nurkic, but because they're not healthy right now, I'm not gonna put them as that. And I really think the best lineup, my favorite lineup. And this show has been a little bit of a Memphis Grizzly love, but I think this starting lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, right there, those two guys have accounted for 276 points in 5 games, just those two players. Then you got Santi Alama, who has scored the 4th most points, okay, behind Ty
last night.
Yeah, he had a dud of a game last night, but he's good defensively. He's still, when he doesn't score, he's still good defensively and stuff that doesn't show up the stat sheet. But with having Santi Aldama, who on any given night can have a great game, but he spaces the floor, gives you defense. Aldama and Adams literally don't let anybody score in the paint. Then you got yourselves. We've seen a couple games now with John Conchar, and I personally think my favorite was John Conchar, Steven Adams, Santi Aldama, Desmond Bane, and Ja Morant. Okay, I think that's been one of my favorite lineups. Another really good lineup that I like is Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Santi Aldama, John Conchar, and Brandon Clark. When they take Steven Adams off and they have Brandon Clark and Santi Aldama be the front court with John Conchar. And
they have a bunch of nice winning culture pieces. guys who are looking to just make the team better get that win.
Yeah, and they all play their role. People don't realize how difficult it is to like play within your role and to do what is expected from you and not to limit yourself from making mistakes because everyone wants to be a scorer. Right?
Yeah, even guys like David Roddy, I was really impressed with him in that game against Houston.
Jake LaRavia came alive.
Jake LaRavia, yeah.
Came alive. But yeah, maybe this Zaire Williams injury and Dylan Brooks sucking is a blessing in disguise to see some of the young guys. So let's wrap up the show with let's play the music. And we have a little new music that we play when this comes up. And you guys know we have a game that we play. And that it's time for that game. You know what game that is? Let's go. It's time for Purtle. Wait for this. I think it drops. I think this is at the hype. Yeah. Does it drop? Hey, Purtle time. Let's go. Okay. So here we go. Ooh. All right, this is a guy. Look at that thick ass neck.
Those ears.
Dude, look how thick this neck is.
Yeah, that's a thick neck.
Who do you think it is? Who is it?
It's not Bam Adebayo.
Try to think of a thick neck boy. You know what? Because we talked about him. Okay, so he's in the Southwest, which is Phoenix, Memphis, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. I know who this is.
Keldon Johnson?
Good guess, because I think he's on the Spurs. He's not on the Spurs.
Let's go. Oh, he's younger than 23.
All right. Okay, and how tall is he? 6'6"?
Oh, I know
All
the
right.
answer.
I feel like he's on the Houston Rockets.
It's Tyrese.
Nah, sorry, he's in 6'8", bro. Oh, stupid! Why did I do that?
Oh, terrible guess.
You want a Houston Rockets guy?
I want Tyrese.
Nope.
Oh, he's 17. Oh, no, that's number.
Did we
So
figure
he's
out
not
his
on
age?
Houston. He's young.
He's not on. So Spurs. So he must be either. Oh, I know who it is.
Who is it?
Oh. All right. So
He's
1, 3, 4.
on the Suns.
Yeah, he's on the Suns.
Cheater.
I'm texting my girlfriend. But okay, so he's
your
on the
girlfriend's your girlfriend's live in another tab, just looking at the Phoenix Suns. Suns.
All right, so who's it on the Phoenix Suns? He's got to be a young guy. Who's the youngest guy on the Phoenix Suns? Oh,
I'm still. No way. No.
oh my God! What's the other team? If it's
Dude,
not,
we have one guess left.
it's on the Pelicans.
Oh, that's Zion Williamson.
No, he's got to be 6'6".
Isn't Zion 6'6"? Have a good weekend, Cyro.
How did we get the thick neck? I thought Zion was 6'8".
You have a good weekend. I'm gonna enjoy my lead, huh? What is it? 7 to 5.5.
You're the fucking worst.
You can't stop me.
You
can't stop me.
I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode of the NBA show. That was it for us. Fuck you. Suck a dick.
I don't think you won this week.
No, I
I
didn't.
actually don't think you won this week.
I got my knee brace on now. Oh, I got it.
Oh wow.
With the fact that I can do that, I don't think my knee's that bad, but I do think it's kind of bad. Peace.
Do some knee ups like Russell Wilson.
It says to move it. Ooh, but I just did something and it kind of like made a new pain. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, have a good week.